We are back in Oracle Valley, Cities by Stevens City. We are swapping cities this week. I am so excited to get in here and show you guys the rest of the town that I am building in Oracle Valley for Steven. This is a little bus going around the farmers market that we put in front of the rail station in the first video. Let's hop out of here and get started completing this cute little picturesque Pacific Northwest inspired town. Jumping in right where we left off. So we kind of completed our core kind of downtown area for our small town. Now I want to use the slope tool and create a space that we can get a road up to this upper level of the town. I liked selecting this area to build in because I liked working with these different layers of height and just kind of having this two-tiered town system. I love the idea of kind of having houses that kind of look down on the main downtown core. I really liked that vibe. So what I'm doing here is just doing a little terrain smoothing and getting a really basic road network layout done just to start the first little initial neighborhood of low density housing. And then I want to think about bringing in an elementary school as well. Additionally, because we are up on this kind of higher elevation, I do want to think about how to bring a walking path. So if you lived up here, you could easily walk into the core downtown area. So we're going to be doing that as well. Okay, I've gone ahead and put a new zone in this area. We are going to do European suburbia. I think that's going to work really nice. I love the idea of this little dead end road is where the elementary school is. I have purposely left a little space here so that we can bring a path behind the school. We can do some nice little park assets and detailing also in front of the elementary school too. Just kind of make this a nice park area for the community. Even though they are a short walk to our quote-unquote central park, this will be more playground focused. So let's get in here and make this super cute. Okay, the other thing I want to think about is I do want to make it really easy to walk straight across the street from the elementary school over into our playground. So I am going to add a little crossing here. Might seem a little extra, but I love adding walkability where I can. Additionally, I do want to use this small playground. I'm going to use Move It to get creative and see if I can kind of make this. We have the hedges around this particular elementary school, so it will still feel a bit separated from the elementary school, but my focus in this area is kind of making this a community place, not only for the school, but also for people who live up on this neighborhood up here, a place you can come with the kids at any time. But we are going to do some fencing here and kind of make it feel like it's its own little park behind the elementary school. All right, let's do a bit more detailing while all of these houses are filling in, and we'll just kind of complete this block before we move on to the next. Okay, this is coming along nicely. Let's go ahead and focus on bringing in our high school next. Okay, we're gonna use a little bit of Move It here because I do want this baseball diamond in the back half of the high school, and we're gonna use our little tiny road to attach this to the back here. So if we bring this up here, and I'm gonna move this, I want some more parking back here as well. So we're gonna take that up to the edge there. See if we can straighten this out a little bit. And then let's bring that out. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. There we go. Yes. So that way you could walk right out from the back of the high school and go to the baseball diamond, and we'll make sure there is plenty of room for parking here, which is great. Okay, let's bring our water pipe up here. All right, let's do some detailing and really bring this high school together. So right next to the high school here, we have these nice little community schools, which to me look like portable buildings. Where I went to high school here in the Pacific Northwest, we did have portable buildings on like the campus. So I wanted to bring those. And then there's this adorable little bookstore that Stephen had, which now I have to get for Fairstead because it's so cute. And then just kind of bring a few more buildings into this area and just bringing this again all together with a lot of heavy Pacific Northwest vibes of tree detailing. Okay, on this side, again, I'm just going to bring in a really simple road network just to maximize zoning. Again, we're using the European suburbia. The other thing I want to do is think about a easy walking path to get down to our downtown core, especially since we have the high school on this side of the town. It's so satisfying to see so many members of the town already using this nice little path as they cut through to kind of get to our little downtown of this small town. All right, as we've done before, let's pick up the Pacific Northwest vibes and add more tree detailing. Let's take a moment to pause and take stock and look at the town so far. I really love how this is developed. I love the vibe. Everything's feeling really good, but I'm excited. We've got a bit more to add. We're going to work our way all the way to the covered bridge that we kind of see here in the background slightly, but leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think so far. I am obsessed with this little town. I think it's coming together so nicely. Okay, before we move on, we have to get some first person views. You all know this is my favorite. So we are walking from the train station through a little farmer's market, our little downtown square, and I believe we are going to be heading up the path that we just put in that's going up to our neighborhood near the high school. This is looking so great. I love the whole vibe and aesthetic here. This little town is making me so incredibly happy. This is so fun. Okay, we don't have a medical clinic yet in the city, so there was this little spot of land in between our kind of industry road, the country highway, the rail station, the main road going into town. It's going to be very busy and noisy. So I thought we should just take this little area and bring in some bigger fire department, bigger police station, because we just have the little historical ones right in town. So I thought this was like a good little spot just to kind of make a little service area for our little town. Okay. Oh, this would actually look really nice in here, I think. This kind of matches the vibe back here. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, I feel like we need a little bit more detailing, and this kind of little service area we have developed will be complete. I really like how this turned out. Okay, I want to shift my focus to this quote unquote little central park of our small town. So last episode I did put down this lovely lake with the bridge over. It's so cute, but I really think aesthetically I want this to kind of feel more, have a park feel instead of just kind of this open space. So I'm gonna use the park entrances, although I'm not gonna attach any paths to them. They're gonna be for aesthetics. I'm going to do what I did here on the corner and just bring in a little dirt, use some fencing and some of these large trees, and kind of make the illusion of these are the areas where you would come into the park. Even though it's City Skylines, they're going to come into the park however they're going to come into the park, which is fine. But I like the look that this is going to do, and I feel like it's just going to make this quote unquote like the little miniature Central Park just feel a bit more polished. And there we go. Oh, I like the vibe of this now so much better. That feels complete to me. This is looking super cute. Now what we can do is pull this park area around and finally put in these viewing decks I wanted to, so that we can start getting some action on these little hiking trails we put in yesterday's episode. Okay, now I want to do a bit of terrain work and create a nice gradual hill. So as we move from our downtown core up into meeting up with the height of our kind of low density neighborhood that is above. So I just want to smooth this out, and then we're going to use the slope tool to make a nice hill so that we can bring a road down the hill, which I think will end up looking really nice. And I like the idea of just kind of this gradual hill up towards our covered bridge. Okay, on this lower portion again, I just want to bring in a few of these kind of small roads to again maximize some zoning in this area, and also just to bring in some interesting little pockets of neighborhoods that we can create along this main winding road that's going up the hill that we're eventually going to connect up into our country highway on the other end where our little covered bridge is. So I'm just going to put in a few little roads here and just create some more zoning opportunities for housing. Okay, so the other thing that this town needs is a church, and Cities by Steven has some cute ones in his city, so I am going to find one of these. I think they're here. Yes, this one. I love this little country church. So we've got this other little path that I put down coming in this direction. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of make this little corner the church. We'll bring in some parking. We'll attach up the walking path. That way, if you lived up above, you could walk to church on Sundays if you wanted to. So I think it'll be really fun to do something really cute here. Okay, we're starting to have a bit of a traffic backup getting onto our country highway. So I think we can use a little bit of asymmetrical road action here. And I feel like that will do the trick on just helping keeping this area moving smoothly. Okay, this little a couple of blocks here, these two little sections right across from the church, we are coming from our kind of downtown area. This is a busy corner here. We're coming on to attaching up to our little country highway here. So I want this little neighborhood here to be a really nice transition in between the downtown and to low density, but I do want it to feel kind of special and unique. I think I'm going to use a little high density green cities residential, but do like the 1x1s. They're really super cute, and just mixing it in with the green cities, the local and organic produce, and some cute little parks. I feel like we can kind of make a kind of unique little community in this pocket here as a good transition into the rest of our low density housing. Okay, I'm extremely happy with how this kind of little pocket neighborhood turned out. I feel like it's bringing a really nice progression from our little downtown area into moving into low density. I really am happy with how this turned out. Okay, now this area is primed to continue our low density housing and just kind of bring this upper neighborhood and lower neighborhood together on this lovely curve. I think the thing I love most about all these new little parks that we got is not only all the variations, but the fact that they actually work fairly well pretty far back from the road, which is really exciting. So what I decided to do here is use all of the little parks, but use Move It and combine them together to really create a really cute little community park with lots of amenities in this really small space, which is so nice. Okay, along this backside here, I really wanted to bring in a nice little path. This will be a really fun recreational community path. This could be a nice little walk to take your dog on in the morning, or maybe just for a nice little jog. And then also in this area, I do want to bring in a little bit of commercial up here because I feel like every neighborhood needs that little neighborhood coffee shop place you can get a little bite to eat. Maybe we do a little ATM here, a little convenience store or something. I just think bring into every neighborhood a little bit of commercial so that you could walk to get some basic things. I feel like always brings so much value to a neighborhood. Okay, now I want to start thinking about bringing in a local bus to service our community here, our little town. So I want to use these little pergolas and just kind of create some little cute little bus stops here. I have to give credit to Raid Kitty. She did this in our Skylines 6, and I think I will always create little bus stops like this now. I've done something a little bit similar in the past, but using these little gazebos or these little pergolas is just like perfect. So I love this so much. And I definitely want to bring in a dedicated bus road through here as well. So I do want it to be on the other side of the street. Here we go. That's gonna work so good. I am really excited about this. I think this is super cute. As City Planner Plays would say, we've got to call a mulligan. I think this is the most logical place to put our bus depot, so I think I'm going to redo this service area. Okay, now the fun part, we're gonna pull in a bus line. So let's just go from our bus road we put in front of the train station to the upper neighborhood and back. I definitely wanna add another stop. We'll do that in a minute, but let's go ahead and get our bus selected. So let's go in here. And we're gonna give this a name. So this is the Town of Hope. There's some real life inspiration from this that we will get into in a little bit, which I'm really excited to share with you guys. But let's pick a bus. I really like these newer ones that we got. Yeah, this one. I love the look of these buses. I think they're great. Okay, that's gonna work for right now. Okay, I think this is the logical place to bring our other bus stop. I do want a dedicated bus road through here, and I do want to create another one of those cute little bus stops. So let's do that. Okay, and here comes our little bus. Oh, these are so cute. I'm obsessed. I love it. Okay, we don't want to forget about this side of town, so I think what we'll do is delete these couple little houses here, sorry everyone, and we'll bring our little bus stop through here. I really like having the dedicated bus roads. I know it's a little bit overkill, but I think it's nice to have. So this is going to be a really helpful little bus stop servicing this neighborhood. Okay, and last spot, this is our quote-unquote main street, so I think we can upgrade this road right here and bring a bus stop here. I think that's going to be really valuable. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I think this is going to work out fantastic. Okay, before we move on, I do want to kind of complete this neighborhood, and that means we need more trees. Now I'm going to extend a road here and bring more of these 2x2 apartment buildings. I really love these in vanilla. I love the look of them. But the reason that we are doing that is because this is going to be student housing. I've talked to Stephen. He's going to be doing a university, and we are going to build a satellite campus in our little small town. Now, I've been really thoughtful on what commercial buildings that I've put in this area. I really want it to serve the college students as well as to be a spot of commercial for this side of town. And now we just need to do a bit of detailing to pull this together. I've also added this asymmetrical road, which is going to be very helpful as we continue to move forward towards the covered bridge and bring in our satellite campus. Okay, now it is time to go ahead and connect up into our country highway here. And right off the bat, I'm also going to want to add an asymmetrical road as well to help with traffic. Okay, the next piece is we're going to pull in a bus road. This is going to be the perfect spot to pull our bus over, and then we'll be able to use that bus to service our future satellite college that we're going to be putting into this area. The other thing that I want to do is bring in the gymnasium, as that will be part of our satellite campus as well, but it will also serve the community. So I think that's going to fit in really well. Okay, let's do a little bit of detailing before we move on. Okay, I think we're looking really nice. I love how we're kind of layering a little bit back up in height as we start to approach where we're going to put in our satellite university. So the other thing I want to do is I want to fit in this soccer park. I really like the look of it, and it does fit in well. So I think that's going to be kind of like our sports for the satellite campus, and again, it will also service the community as well. And it's going to be really important for me to continue our recreational hiking path and pull that through this whole area. Now I've gone ahead and added the sauna behind the gymnasium. We're going to make this the outdoor gym here, and I think with a little bit of detailing, this little section will be complete. Now, I do want to honor this covered bridge, and I thought this would be the perfect place to bring in the museum from the nature reserve, because this will also be an actual trailhead for our final project in this city that you will see later on. But I love how this building looks, and I feel like it gives a purpose to kind of stop, see the covered bridge, or go through that way. So I am really excited about that. Let's go ahead and hook up this hiking trail and do a bit more detailing in here, and then we will move on to our satellite campus. We are looking snazzy, and we are getting close to completion. This is really exciting. Okay, it is time to start our satellite campus. I've already pulled over our university zoning. So my goal here is to grab a lot of these smaller buildings that we get with the university, along with one or two kind of medium-sized to larger buildings. Then we'll play a little Tetris, see where everything fits, and just kind of see what else we can add in. I do want to add in a little bar area, maybe like a karaoke bar, a little bit of entertainment, because we don't have anything like that in the town yet. And of course, near the university would be a perfect place for like a little karaoke bar or something like that. So we'll also see what we can fit in with that as well. Okay, let me play some Tetris and see where I want all of these to fit. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is gonna work out really well. I am super excited about this. Now, I do want this street outside the university or our satellite campus to feel a little bit special. So we're gonna upgrade this to a road with trees, and then we're gonna make sure to put a crosswalk right in the middle to facilitate students walking back and forth. And then we're gonna add some pedestrian paths. And for sure, I want to bring in the university bookstore. It fits perfect here, and also it's very appropriate for the area. Additionally, I think the old-timey ice cream shop also fits really well in this area. And I think to pull in a little bit more student housing would be really smart through this area as well. Okay, and this little spot is going to be perfect for an entertainment zone. This is going to be perfect, and we can fit a couple little buildings here. So we've got the beauty salon, we've got the bar, and then maybe we'll just do the two little cafe 1x1s. I think that'll fit here well. So let's do those, and this will be perfect. Oh, I'm so excited about this. As I hinted to before, this was going to be a very special trailhead. We are pulling a path all the way down this dried out ravine under all the bridges to create a beachfront camping area. It's going to be really cool. Before we get into that, we do need to do a little bit of detailing up top. This is what I was most excited for. Look at this view to the covered bridge. Oh, this makes me so happy. Now, I have done a lot of camping in the Pacific Northwest, been to a lot of camp sites. There are places where you'll go and there's no real setup and you just have to kind of put your tent wherever. That's not the kind of place we're building here. We're building more of a campsite, which I have seen where you go and you're at campsite number 52 and there's like a little fire pit there and some rocks, you know, kind of labeling where your camping area is. There might be a place for a car, things like that. So that's the kind of camping we are building here. I want each of these little sections to feel like you're at campsite number this, and you've got kind of got your own little peekaboo view of the ocean. And I just want it to feel really unique and special and lush. Okay, now that our camping is complete, I want to hook up and connect up both sides of the beach. So I've gone ahead and brought a road that's connecting into our country highway. And what I'm doing here is taking inspiration from two real life places I'm very familiar with from growing up in the Pacific Northwest. So in Oregon, on the Oregon coast, there is a famous shipwreck And that was always something that was always exciting to go see. And it's deteriorated. Every year it deteriorates more. There's very little left of it. I'll try to get some pictures from Google Earth to put in here for you guys so you can see it. But that's like a very popular attraction if you're traveling on the Oregon coast. The second thing, you can see all the bunkers that I'm putting in here. So when I was little, these types of old military bunkers were very popular for field trips in our area. And I remember as a little girl, we would go there and they were pitch black. You would run around in the dark. And one time when we were there and we were all exploring and running around, I ran two of us collided, me and another girl completely ran into each other in the dark, and I knocked out her tooth, and my forehead was not happy either. So just kind of a funny story, but I remember these type of bunkers and just a really fun place to go in the Pacific Northwest as an adult or a child. They're really fun to explore. So that's what I decided to do here, is bring inspiration from these two places that I went to quite a lot. So again, I'll try to put some images up from Google Earth. While we are continuing to detail this area and really kind of on the home stretch here of pulling everything together, this town of hope that I built, I actually took inspiration from a real place in Canada. So I'll also put something from Google Earth up here so you can kind of see. We were, down river from the main downtown, and this, the town of Hope in Canada is down river from Victoria, and it just seemed like it fit. It's much larger than what we built here, but I really liked pulling the inspiration from a place in the real world where Cities by Steven is taking his inspiration for this city from. So hopefully I'm not rambling too much here at the end, but I kind of wanted to tie in my own experiences with the Pacific Northwest and honor Steven's inspiration of that part of Canada. Okay, we are almost finished. We are on the home stretch here. I have had so much fun doing this project. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this little town come to life. We just have a little bit more to go here, and we will wrap up the town of Hope. At the very end, I decided to bring in just a postage stamp of a neighborhood near the town of Hope. You will see this in rural and small town areas. When you have a bit of a larger town, you will have little pockets of land that get bought up that you will see homes in, and you'll normally see a lot more than what I've done here. You'll normally see, a few of these types of little neighborhoods off of these kind of rural highways. I decided just to do one neighborhood just to kind of symbolize that. I really like how it turned out. It's super cute, and I think it did kind of help pull honestly everything together from this side of the beach all the way through to the town of Hope. So I really like how it turned out. So here it is. I went ahead and pulled in that little gas station, brought in a historical police and fire station, and brought in one of Steven's favorite assets, the laundromat. It just all seemed to fit in this area, and I think it really ties everything together. Doing this swapping of cities and building this Pacific Northwest themed town just reminded me how much I enjoy creating places that are like home. I love the Pacific Northwest, and this has been truly a joy. So thank you, Steven. Remember, Steven did 2 episodes in my town of Fairstead. They're over on his channel, or you can find them in my playlist. Please enjoy some cinematics and some music. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time.
feeling of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clear light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good